And so, from the security perspective, then, there's loads of different challenges that businesses have to meet. Perhaps we can go through them because there seems to be kind of different types of challenges that they're faced with. Firstly, if we could look at end users, what is the end user challenge?
So, from an end user perspective, the challenge around security is the element of, if I take an approach around zero trust, how an end user may be uncomfortable or unhappy about their experience. They feel that they are restricted in their access, the areas they want to go through, that's time consuming. If things aren't set up in the right way, you could be in a situation where you're authenticating too often. And it's been shown that actually innovation could be stifled with the incorrect deployment of security solutions for an end user. So for an end user environment, the organization as a whole actually struggles and suffers because innovation is stifled, as I say. So end users understand that security is important. They understand that they need to make sure that the organization is protected, but at the same time there is a balance that says, how do I ensure that I still allow innovation within my business, that users can be highly productive even in a highly secure environment. So from an end user, that's where the challenge comes into play, and I'm sure there are many people that have had their own experiences where it's just been so suffocating, where the security overlay hasn't really taken into account business agility.
Yeah. Okay, great. As well as that, there's obviously the IT challenges, probably the same as many other IT projects and initiatives. What are they?
Yeah, I think that the main IT challenge, is how do you protect, the new perimeter, right? The virtual perimeter that the cloud now is introducing, in the landscape. To a certain extent, by the way, it's kind of ironic because a lot of organizations, 20 years ago had started to address, the user challenge, of creating single sign-on within the enterprise perimeter, removing, password to a certain extent, and creating, user convenience in accessing all the enterprise applications. But the introduction of cloud and the adoption of cloud applications have kind of reset the clock completely, right? Because all of a sudden now enterprise, IT resources had to build, new security policies around these cloud applications, and it started also completely to impact also the user experience because most of the cloud applications today are protected by username and password again. And each of these cloud applications have different, password policies, and they are managed, in silos as well, right? So for IT staff, it creates a very, very big challenge because they are going back now to managing password complexity and password fatigue and different password policies. So the main challenge is how do you bring, order into that new chaos, right? At the same time, how do you put, the security policies that you had built, for your internal resources now onto these new applications that you do not control? I mean, there's no security perimeter that you can control around these cloud applications. And at the same time, in addition to the cloud adoption, the fact that now you're allowing users also to connect to these applications from anywhere, from any device, is adding, on top of the fact that there is cloud adoption, it's adding also a lot of complexity for IT resources to do that securely. Yeah.